Welcome to Don't Dim to Fit In. I'm Maggie, and I'm so glad you're here. We are going to get some overall energy and see what Spirit wants you to know for your highest and greatest good. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please just take what resonates and don't worry about the rest. Okay, let's just jump right in and see what Spirit wants you to know. All right, here we go. Can we get some overall energy, please? Hope everyone's having a lovely day. Okay, overall energy for my truth seekers and my collective, please, Spirit. Okay. Just going to ring the bell. If you have any sound sensitivity, you might want to turn it down a little bit, but I'm just going to ring the bell to clear the energy, okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you for that. All right, Spirit, can we please get some overall energy? Thank you. All right, we have the moon emotions, number 23. Okay, the 23rd is coming up here soon. A lot of you could be in your emotions lately. We have the moon. You could be a Cancer sign as well. Look at that. Yes, this is giving me heavy emotions. So you could be feeling very emotional at this time. Maybe you feel like your emotions are just kind of like up and down, up and down. The darkness of this card is also giving me, you could be feeling down lately. But there is a horizon in the background of this. So there is some light. So it really is just giving me kind of like that roller coaster of emotions. But even if you are feeling a little bit down right now, please understand that the sun always comes up the next day, right? So this is just temporary. It's giving me that feeling of, yes, you're feeling emotional. You could be feeling a little bit depressed, but it's only temporary. It's not going to last. Okay, so you're going to get through this. It might be a little bit of a rocky time, but you will get through it. Also, the moon gives me this feeling of make sure you're using your inner knowing, make sure you're using your intuition. You could be 23 or 32, or you could be born on those dates, on the 23rd of something. It's giving me May 23rd. It's my dog. My dog says hello. Yes, you could be born on the 23rd, May 23rd. You could also be a Cancer sign. Okay. All right, thank you, Spirit. All right, so that's the overall energy. We have a lot of you are feeling very emotional. I believe we have a full moon coming up too, or some type of, maybe the moon's in Cancer right now. Maybe that's why I'm getting that type of energy. It feels like that. Okay, let's go to the tarot and see what else Spirit would like you to know. Ooh, on the cut, we've got the Devil and the 5 of Pentacles. So somebody's worried. This is giving me, someone might be worried about their health right now. And also someone might be worried about someone who is kind of toxic in their energy. Okay, Spirit, what do we have here? Yeah, someone's really worried about their health right now. All right, let's see. All right. Let's go. Hi, Luna. Yeah, I swear my dog doesn't say anything. Sleeping, perfectly sleeping, and then I turn on the camera and she wants to say hello and bark at everybody. But that's okay. What is that, a barking confirmation? Okay, we have the 7 of Pentacles. In this deck, it's listed as failure. So you could be feeling like you're failing at something. That might be this moon energy too here. Like you're in your emotions because you feel like you're failing at something. I'm also getting the same type of depressive energy. Like, see how both of these cards are dark? They're dark. It's kind of like depression energy. Some of you are feeling, or someone in your energy is feeling like they failed at something and they're They're very heavy in their emotions about it. What is this failure, Spirit? What is this failure? I mean, typically the Seven of Pentacles is investing in something or reaping what you've sown. But in this deck, it's more of just feeling like you have failed at something. So let's see what that is. What is this failure energy, Spirit? Tell me more. What are we feeling like we've failed at? This could also just be an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to learn something. Maybe it's a relationship. And we've got the Emperor. This could have to do with work. Maybe you feel like you failed your boss, or maybe you didn't do well in a higher position at work. This could also have to do with love. This could be a failed relationship, a failed marriage. For some of you, it is definitely a failed marriage. You're in your emotions about that. My ear is ringing right now like crazy. Please just take that if it resonates. Yes, we've got the Eight of Cups. Some of you could be drinking pretty heavily over this, or the person that you are in no contact with is drinking very heavily right now. They're either you or this person are feeling very distant, very indifferent right now. I don't know who walked away from who, but one of y'all is feeling like a failure, like you failed at this relationship, you failed at commitment, you failed at your marriage. You don't have to be married to this person, but that's what it's kind of feeling like. You were in a very high level of commitment. This person could have been very controlling. I'm getting that with the Emperor, because he's kind of looking like, hey, it's my way or the highway type energy. He's like, I rule with an iron fist type stuff. He's literally got his fist like this, like, it's, I make the rules, I make the decisions, I'm the boss. So, and maybe you walked away because you don't do well with that energy. You're like, hey man, I don't want to be controlled. We're supposed to love each other. You're not supposed to control me. No thanks. And it seems like it was really hard for you to walk away. Maybe that's why there's all these shot glasses here, right? You're like, this was really hard, maybe you're drinking or they're drinking because they feel like they failed. That's why that could be why that heavy moon emotion energy is here. Yeah. Okay, Spirit, tell me more, please. Can you tell me who this is? Oops. Queen of Swords. You could be an artist or a creator of some kind. You could be into painting or drawing. Yeah, this is definitely a love situation. You could have spoken your truth to this person and told them, like, I can't be in this relationship if you're going to be controlling. And even though you walked away, or even though they walked away, you're both kind of feeling like, man, this kind of stinks that it failed, But this was definitely a love situation. We've got the Ace of Cups. Got the Ace of Cups here. This person could have worn a mask with you. You might have felt like, I don't even know who they are. You could have thought that they were just like a fun person to be around, someone you could go dancing with and have fun and have drinks with, but they turn out to be like this controlling person that, just takes shots and gets drunk and gets belligerent, and you're like, no, that's not who I want to be with. I don't want to be with someone like that. They're kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde type person, like they're one person when they're sober and then they're a completely different person when they're drunk. That's what I'm getting here. And you spoke your truth with this Queen of Swords. You spoke your truth. You painted the picture for them and they didn't like it. They didn't like it. So that's what I'm getting. Yeah, like, look at the bottom here. This is the seducer. They could have also, when they went out and got drunk, or they went out with their buddies or their girlfriends, take it as it resonates, switch the roles if needed. They would go out and they flirt with other people. They're drinking in this card too. They get drunk, they flirt, they could have cheated on you. You know your story. But that's what I'm getting for sure for this read. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, and now we have the Death card. This person literally ripped your heart out. Look at that. On this Death card, this doctor, who, by the way, also has a mask on. It looks like a mask, or like he's got a headpiece on or something, but you can't see his face, is holding that person that's laying on the table with his chest, like their chest, like wide open, literally holding the heart. This person ripped your heart out. Ripped your heart out. Yeah. You feel like you have no idea who this person turned into, or this person that you originally got married to or got into a relationship with is nothing like the person you ended up with. Or maybe that they were one person to everybody else, and behind closed doors they were like this monster that like would rip your heart out like this. Yeah. But to everybody else, they're like this person, like, hi, let's just have fun, let's dance, let's party, let's drink, let's, let's have fun. But no. And you love this person with the Ace of Cups here. You love this person. Yeah, you thought they were going to bring you peace. We've got the peace card. You had to be strong, but yeah, you had to take a leap of faith elsewhere, because they were a Jekyll and Hyde. They were two different people. They could have had a personality disorder, or they could have been an alcoholic, or just a really heavy drinker. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, you realized that there's a whole other world out there, that you couldn't grow with this person. You couldn't grow with this person. So this is the World card. This is the universe. And she's realizing, hey, I really got to go my own way if I'm going to grow, if I'm going to evolve, if I'm going to do anything for my life. I cannot be with this person. Even though I love this person, Ace of Cups, I love this person, but I can't be with a controlling alcoholic, someone I don't know what they're going to do when they're drinking. I just don't know. Yeah. We've got the completion card, disappointment. Yeah. And then we've got, so we've got the Four of Wands. You could have been married to them. Five of Cups. This is very, very disappointing for you. They could have played games with you. This is the Five of Swords. This is literally games. There's cards. It's a pool table. There's, literally they could have played games with you, with your head, with your mind. Then we've got the Ten of Pentacles. You could have thought that you were going to have, family, legacy, grow with this person, be with them forever, have kids, grandkids, the whole thing. But what you really got was the Ten of Swords. 10-10. This person was your enemy. They turned out to be your enemy. They were cruel to you. This is cruelty. They were cruel to you. You thought that you were going to get the Ten of Pentacles, and you got the Ten of Swords. You thought you were going to get wealth and legacy. This is not just money, right? This is wealth of abundance of love, joy, peace, happiness, legacy, family. This is the only thing better than this is like the 10 of Cups, right? But you got cruelty. This is like sleeping with the enemy type vibes, married to the enemy. Like you don't know who you're with until it's too late. No wonder you're in your emotions. Ugh. No wonder. Okay. No wonder there's this moon energy. I get it. But it's temporary, right? The sun does come up. Okay, let's get some advice from Spirit. Let's get advice from Spirit. That's tough to go through. That's really tough to go through. I know what it's like to be on both sides of that. I'm a recovered alcoholic, so I know what it's like to be the alcoholic, the person drinking, and then I know what it's like to be on the other side of that, like be with someone who is a heavy drinker. And it's not easy. So I know what you're going through. I do. Okay, Spirit, what is the advice? What's the advice? What's the advice? It's not your fault. You can't make someone stop drinking. They have to want to do it for themselves. They do. From my experience, I know that. Okay, we have opportunities and forgiveness. Yes, there are opportunities here for forgiveness. That doesn't mean we forget, right? We don't forget all of this because this is very tough, but we can forgive, and forgiveness is for us. And it's so we can move on, we can move forward, we can grow, right? We can move on with our lives. So the opportunities card is number 72. You could be born in 72. You could be 72 years old. You could be 27. 9 could be significant. That's kind of like completion energy. You could be, let's see. You could be born in September. But this has some doors on it, and there's like 3 doors on here. So there's lots of opportunities opening for you. And I also see butterflies on here. So doors are definitely opening for you. So it's time to take a leap of faith. If there's any time, the time is now. Yeah. There's nothing getting in your way except for yourself. You're the only one that's stopping you. So don't get stuck in your head with this 5 of Swords energy. Don't sabotage yourself, okay? You will be presented with opportunities to expand or collaborate or learn something. So take these as signs to go through these doors. This is something that Spirit is orchestrating for you, okay? So it's time to take a leap of faith. This is like full energy, right? Opportunities. That's fantastic. Okay, and we have, forgiveness. This is number 102. You could be a Scorpio. You could be born in October. You could be a Pisces. Another butterfly. This is transformation energy here. Leap of faith, opportunities. Spirit is doing this for you. So if you're feeling like a failure for leaving this type of energy, don't feel like a failure, because Spirit is doing this for you. Like this, you can't grow in this environment. This person needs to get help for themselves. They do. They need to get help for themselves. So it's not your fault. All right, so forgiveness. Someone in your life is prepared to extend forgiveness, eager to reconnect with you. They've deliberated on this matter for some time, but now they're poised to move forward and embark on a fresh beginning. Are you receptive to their gesture? So someone might want to make an amends with you. Now, this is up to you. You have free will. You can agree to meet with them or not, especially if they're in like a 12-step program or something, part of that is to make an amends with people that you've wronged. And I know that from experience. But you don't have to meet with this person. You don't have to accept an amends or anything like that. You can accept a letter, or you can just let them know, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. So it's totally up to you. You don't have to accept this. You can forgive this person in your heart and just move forward with your life. You can, ask spirit or ask God, the universe, for advice. You can ask a therapist. Whatever you need to do for your healing is what you should do. Just because someone says, hey, I'm doing a 12-step program and I'm trying to recover from alcoholism and I want to make an amends and I'd like to meet with you. You don't have to say yes. You can if you want to. That would be it'd be nice for you to do that, but you don't have to. You always have a choice. They can write you a letter, or they can, there's other ways that they can heal. So don't feel like you have to, but it's your choice. You can if you want to, but just make sure that you're being safe for yourself. Okay. It's not your job to heal them. So do what's right for you, but you are being called to forgive this person, this energy. And also someone might want to come towards you with an amends, or to ask you for forgiveness for treating you a certain type of way when you were together, or for the failure of your marriage or your relationship. I definitely feel like this is love. I don't feel like that this is a career or business or anything like that, because we've got the Ace of Cups. This feels like love. This feels like a relationship. So again, up to you whether you want to accept an amends or not. So you can do what you want with that. At the bottom, we have rest in peace. So yeah, this could be actually losing someone in the physical. And if you did, my condolences. But I really feel like this is more that you are grieving the loss of this relationship. And especially with this death card energy, the grieving the loss of the relationship, the marriage, whatever this is for you, the level of commitment, it's hard. It's really hard. And it could be, if you were married to this person, it could be an entire family. Maybe it's not just that person. Maybe you had children. Maybe you had stepchildren that were just kind of ripped away from you. That was my experience. I helped raise somebody, I helped raise a stepchild, and I wasn't, it was just step parents don't really have rights unless you adopt. So, that's a really hard thing. And you could have had, here's the energy. You could have had a whole entire in-law family that just decided to stop talking to you. That's a lot of grief to have to handle. A lot of grief. And in my healing, I realized that there's a name for it. It's called ambiguous grief. And it's kind of like what dementia patients and their families go through. And it's really, really tough. It's really, really tough. And yeah, so you're grieving right now. So just give yourself time and space. And if you need therapy, get a therapist. Don't be ashamed of that. It's okay. It's okay. So if you have the means to do it, I would recommend it. Okay, let's get a closing card. Yeah, let's get a closing card. Yeah. Never be ashamed to do what you need to do for your own healing. Okay. All right, Spirit. Can we get a closing card for the collective, please? And thank you. Okay. And grief takes a long time. There's no limit on grief. I've been healing for almost 4 years from a a failed marriage. And I lost a lot. I lost a husband, I lost a family, I lost a stepchild, you know, and I'm still grieving. I'm still grieving. So there's no time limit. There's no time limit. So don't think that you have to, you're like, oh, it's been a year, I should be healed. No, there's no time limit. Okay, we have milk and honey, and we have fork in the road. Yes, that's that energy with the open door, the opportunity. Spirit saying you're in a fork in a road right now. Which way are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the open door that Spirit has, the opportunities that Spirit has for you to grow and learn from your failures and grow spiritually, you know, grow emotionally, however you need to grow, right? So you can move on, you can move forward in your life. Or are you going to take the other path to where you're stuck? You're stuck in this, your emotions, and you're not healing, and you're not moving forward, you're not working through the grief. You're at this fork in the road. Go through the door. Go through the door that Spirit has for you, that full energy, the opportunities. Go through that door. Yeah, if you want to, because that's where the milk and honey is. Look at that. I mean, if you look at this, do you want to go through something like, you want to go towards this energy where you don't really know what's up and it looks kind of dark? Or do you want to go towards this energy? Look at that. It's bright. There's a rainbow. It looks really nice. There's milk and honey. There's something to eat. This is your season. This is your milk and honey season. This is abundance. This is opportunity. This is all kinds of abundance. This is like 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. This is it. This is what you have coming. This is awesome. Yeah. Choose wisely. Okay, well, that was your message. I hope that it was helpful. Remember, don't dim to fit in, shine bright, and live true. If this message resonated with you, please hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.